I mainly focus on studying how the heart muscle contracts and relaxes, mostly how the heart relaxes at the cellular level. So my research mainly revolves around what's known as the circa pump in heart cells. And that pretty much regulates how quickly calcium moves in and out of the cellular storage site. And what I'm trying to do is find ways to improve the activity of that circa pump to bring calcium back into its storage site, which will allow the heart muscle to relax fully. And this is really important because with a lot of cardiomyopathies, which are diseases that mainly affect the heart muscle itself, we see a lot of dysfunction with cardiac muscle relaxation, which leads to problems in cardiac muscle contraction as well. And so mainly I've been looking at an enzyme known as GSK3, which can negatively impact circa pump function. And so all three of my projects involve some sort of GSK3 inhibitor. There are quite a few different ones, including lithium chloride and some others that are being used right now in the treatment of Alzheimer's disease, currently in clinical trials. And so basically, we're trying to inhibit GSK3 in a bunch of different mouse models to see if it improves the heart muscle function. So that'll be in models of different stresses to the heart. So some models are actually known as heat stress, where the heart muscle is actually overheated to the point where proteins start degrading, and we're trying to see if these treatments can actually preserve those proteins during its normal function. And some others are models of actual different cardiomyopathies as well. So I was originally planning to become a doctor and practice medicine. And I basically had that goal up until I took the MCAT in the summer going to my fourth year. And when I took the MCAT and I got my scores back, I just kind of realized that my heart hadn't been in it the entire time that I was studying. And eventually, I got rejection letters. And at that time, I had started working in Val Fajardo's lab just to see what lab experience was like. And he was very supportive of just kind of showing me different lab techniques and letting me learn what the whole research process is about, which was really great. And I actually ended up really enjoying it. So when I got rejection letters from medical schools, I didn't really care because I already kind of knew that I wanted to continue with the research. So I did first year of my master's at Brock with Val. And then in one of my committee meetings, they just said, you're doing a lot of work. Why don't you just transfer into the PhD program? So I thought about it for a while and I ended up doing that. And now I'm in my second year of my PhD and I've done my comps exam and gotten through the worst hump of it. And yeah, I couldn't be happier. I really love doing the research. So right now, I really have no idea. The goal is to aim for academia, just because I think it's kind of all-encompassing in the amount of skills that you need to learn and actually use day to day. And so I feel like if I can have that as my goal, I can pretty much go anywhere because all of those skills are so transferable. And whether it's industry or policy, maybe not policy. I'm not a huge fan of it, but you never know. You got to keep options open, right? But I feel like I can see myself as a professor. I do like teaching, some days more than others, but that's just any job really. But I like teaching and I like doing the research, and I would love to be able to organize all the ideas in my head and put them into a research program at some point. But industry is also very enticing as well. So really, I'm just kind of going wherever the wind takes me at this point. Kind of sucks with COVID because we can't go to as many in-person conferences anymore, so you don't get that kind of one-on-one networking that I was looking forward to when I started the program. But that's opening up now, so hopefully I can meet more people. And right now, down here in Florida, I'm meeting a lot of different professors and learning how the research system works in the US. And that's very intriguing as well, to see how it works differently from how it works in Canada. So even doing something outside of Canada is also intriguing to me, but the options are all open. My advice would be take every opportunity that you can find. I was always encouraged to apply to any scholarships that I was interested in, but a lot of the time I had to find all the information for myself and the different opportunities as well. And I mean, definitely don't compare yourself to everyone else around you. You know, everyone is their own individual and you have different experiences. And as long as you can kind of capitalize on that when you're writing applications or applying for different positions, really, like, there's no harm in trying. And try as much as you can within reason. Definitely don't overwork yourself, because the program will already be overworking you. And I think especially going through the master's and the PhD program, obviously I don't love my work every day, but if the good days are worth the bad days, then I think you're on the right track. That's definitely how I feel, at least. And I personally have a hard time sitting down and reading every day, but just carving out the time to read one article a day is definitely worth it, because once I start reading, I really get into it and then I don't stop. So definitely making that time to just read the literature that's out there, familiarize yourself with all the different information, even literature outside of your field or scope, definitely kind of whets your appetite and gets you curious and asking questions. And that's really what the program's all about.